Alright, Lizzie, I'm going to narrate you through one lap around NOLA Motorsports Park racetrack, and especially show you the turn that I was talking about that supposedly you can take under full throttle, but I'm afraid to do it. So I figured the easiest way to do it, which is the crappy way, is for me to video the screen on the computer. That way I can point and I can narrate the whole time. Of course, it's gonna be kind of crappy quality. So this is the last turn coming up onto the front straightaway. You apex to the right, track out to the left, and accelerate. Now in my BMW I can hit 120 miles an hour or so at the end of the straight. In the Ferrari or Lamborghini about 150, 160. The fastest I've ever gone is about 173. So we're coming up on a brake zone. You have to get hard on the brakes because there's a sharp turn to the right. You clip the apex right here, you track out to the left, then you hug the tight inside of that turn as you accelerate full throttle the whole time coming up on the straightaway. There's a left turn coming up, so you hit hard on the brakes right about now. You apex right here on the left, go wide, and then bring it back in, try to apex a second time right here. Then you accelerate, you have a sharp turn coming up, again you bring it in, apex right here. As soon as you apex, you get on the throttle, track out to the left. This turn you just barely touch the brakes, just a dab of the brakes, apex, track out, and I'm fixing to pause it. So this turn coming up, that's that two-part turn I was telling you about. So this is all you see right now. The actual part of the turn that I'm worried about is right here, but you got to set up for the exit, for the second turn here, you got to set up right here. Supposedly, I can stay on the throttle from the last turn all the way through. But it's pretty scary because, you know, I'm scared to do it, haven't been able to do it yet. So I usually will just dab the brakes somewhere right here and proceed, but I'm curious if they're right, if I can actually do it under full throttle. So we're gonna go. So you turn in and you're beginning to see over here that second part of the turn, which you couldn't see before, but at this point you're already committed speed wise and turning wise, and you can't really hit the brakes in a turn or the car will break loose. You can barely do anything at that point. So you turn in, and on top of everything else right here, the track is really bumpy on top of it. The car, I haven't had any problems with any cars because of the bumps, but it's very noticeable. So this is the part that if you have the line wrong or the speed wrong, when you clip that, you won't make it over here and you can go off into the greenery. So watch how bumpy the track's gonna be, maybe you can see it. And from this point on, it's full throttle through this turn. Okay, that was also bumpy, but the video kind of screwed up. You're coming up on a long straightaway. You don't need to brake over here. That's the entrance to the SS. You need to brake a little bit right here, and then you just get steady speed and going real smooth. Left, right, left. The whole key is steady speed and smoothness. Then you're on the full throttle, track out to the left, and you're hard on the brakes again because you have the tightest turn on the track. And you stay tight, exit towards the middle or so. Just dab the brakes. And this is a very complex turn. This is the last turn because it's very complicated. It changes. And you clip the apex, track out, and accelerate for the straightaway again. So this is one lap at NOLA Motorsports.